Last one.
Yes, with RTV thread locker.
So I guess now basically we got to see if we can get this thing off. Now why we did this, folks, is because we have an intake manifold that is RTV'd to the cylinder heads.
It's RTV'd to everything.
Yeah, cylinder heads and block. I've never seen that. Cam says he's seen it before.
Yeah.
In some applications where people are just trying to save
reuse intake gaskets.
$30.
Just slather it and ugh.
This is not good. I mean, we're hoping this thing will pop right off, and then we'll show you how to put the correct intake back on here. But it's
glued.
It's glued with RTV.
All right, well, let's
You
try
want
and
to try prying from over here?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, we got lucky.
Yes.
We got real lucky.
That came off easier than my Mustang's intake did.
Boy, that oil smells dirty.
Oh yeah, no, it looks nasty.
We're going to do it. Anytime you do something like this, you're going to want to do an oil change anyway. That's just standard practice in my book. If you go into the lifter valley and you work on anything, you want to make an oil change happen because stuff can get down in here whether you want it to or not.
And this stuff in the heads is
that's just nasty. Yeah. It's all nasty, even down here in the valley.
Yeah.
And there's debris that's not our debris down in the valley as well. This is going to consume quite a bit of time just getting all this RTV off here. We're going to have to put an aluminum foil, I know how to say it right, aluminum foil valley in here so that we can get all this RTV out. We've got to fill the, anyway, it's coming up next.
For reference of how dirty the oil is.
That's bad. Yeah. It stinks. It absolutely stinks.
Yeah. That almost looks like oil in my 7.3.
Wow. That's dirty then. All right, gotta go find some scrapey stuff. Uh-oh. What I want to know is why I'm doing this to myself, but there's oil. These are a little scummy looking.
Mm-hmm.
That one
is
it looks really bad. If you look down in there, it's actually,
yeah, she got a little puddle. So
how are these over here? Did you check them too?
They were fine. They were crummy just from carbon buildup, but that one's got a problem.
Now the question is it a valve seal problem or is it a valve guide problem?
Yes. Really not going to know until you pull it out and see how much knocks.
So you got to go dingy, 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 dingy with it.
Yeah. Looking at the valve guide seals, some of them are up, so it's possible, and they're umbrella seals, which aren't that great, but
it could be a heat problem with those sticking up in the air, causing it to do that.
Yeah,
I can see that. Because the ones that are kind of scummy looking, the umbrellas on the intakes on all of them,
they're up on the valves.
They're up on the valves a little bit. So yeah, I know what you're fixing to say.
While we're here.
All right, well look, since we're going to be doing a while we're here, we'll go ahead and get some stuff on order this week.
Yep.
And then we'll get some valve seals for it. And we'll do a video on how to check for valve seals, whether you need valve seals or valve guides next week. And then we'll also go ahead today and do a real quick check on the timing chain to see whether we've got a ton of play on this timing chain. Because if we're going to do all... Well, I can't even believe I'm saying this. If we're going to do all this, we might as well check the timing chain to see what kind of shape it's in.
The bad part is the entire engine gasket set is as much as the intake gasket set.
Well, I mean, that's an online price.
Yeah.
If you go down to the store, they're going to sell you Felpro, which is a really great brand.
Yeah.
And you're going to pay probably $7,500 for a full set.
Yeah. But for $5 more, you get every gasket in the engine, including the valve guides and the head gaskets, so then we can pop the heads off.
Online. You got to buy it online.
Yes. But
so go ahead and pull the fuel pump off, and we'll try to check it out. We may have to stab a distributor, though, to see if we've got play on between here and what we're seeing up here. Because if we've got a lot of play there, he'll get better performance just putting a timing chain on it.
And while we're there, we might as well.
I'm not putting a cam in it. I'm not
Oh,
doing
no,
it.
no, no,
I'm
no,
not doing
no.
it. I'm not doing it.
Unless there's like a really good upgrade for cheap.
I do a spin test. Let's see what that shows us. One way you can check this stuff out is you can spin the distributor, take all the plugs out of it to make it easier on yourself. It rotates nicely,
Yeah, I get like,
but when I stick my hand in, well, on this side of it, it's tight now.
yeah, because I just tensioned
Yeah,
that
but yeah,
side.
untension it.
Move your finger. So you get literally that amount of crank play,
And that's it. You're there. It's already loose.
which is,
That's a lot of crank play for me.
see, I've run way worse.
Oh, no, I know.
It's sloppy in
so,
there.
So what do you think? I mean, because like I said, I mean, it's tight now, obviously, but it's
Yeah.
sloppy
It's
on the back side of it.
about a degree or two of timing change. So not horrible, but you know, the old adage, we're here. So might as well change it.
We keep going that way.
Yeah, but I mean, as I look at this engine, I see all the seeping gaskets, and for somebody who's just going to be driving and wants to enjoy the car,
True.
it should just be done.
This is just, it just needs to be done.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to want to park this where he parks his cars in an ice garage with it leaking oil everywhere.
And I mean, the timing chain could probably run, but you get 20,000 miles on it, and then you have to pull the CVF system off to replace that. And
Okay. It makes sense.
yeah,
What you're saying. It doesn't mean I got to like it.
yeah.
Because, I mean, we're just getting deeper and deeper into this car, and I mean, this is not something we were anticipating. No. Honestly, this car came in here for a 4R70W. That's it. And we just keep finding things that could possibly kill the owner.
Yeah.
This won't kill the owner. It might kill his pocketbook, but it's not going to actually kill him. But it could leave him on the side of the road.
It'll kill his enjoyment of the car.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
That's because this is just, it's nice and tight on pull, which means that it's probably on its way out, but not there. Go ahead and pull it back out of there again.
So that's...
And right there, just that little bit.
It feels like maybe half an inch of slop or more. Half to three-quarters. Yeah.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be, I mean, once they get worn in a little bit, they're not going to be tight.
You're going to have play.
But it seems like that's pretty excessive to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's probably a way to measure it, but even in just feeling that, I don't like that much play on the timing chain set.
For reference, it feels like the chain starts about at this notch, and that we can push it to about right here.
Yeah, maybe a little short of that, but still, I mean, it's here. I got my finger on the chain right now, and that's where the chain's pushed in. Like you said, probably about a half an inch of play. Yeah. I'm done. I'll swallow that bullet and we'll put a timing chain set. While we're here, we might as well take out this home plumbing setup here.
I thought about that when I was pulling the fuel pump off.
and get a good one, like the stock one from NPD to put there.
Yeah. And do away
and get
with
the exhaust manifold while we're here.
Yeah.
The exhaust manifold bolts. We got like 5 washers over here.
As I'm looking at this side, I believe this manifold has been cracked.
Really?
And possibly JB welded back together.
Well, that sucks because, wait a minute. The ones on the Galaxy, the driver's side is cracked, but the passenger side is not. And the ones on this one, the passenger side is possibly cracked, and the driver's side is not. So we get a good set of manifolds out of it. You know what we ought to do on this engine, what I talked to you about before off camera, was to put a set of manifolds, the hypo manifolds on this car, to put it back in the car, with an exhaust system from Performance Exhaust.
Yeah, hypo manifolds would be perfect on this one.
Yeah. And we know they fit this one. All right, so I guess we are now at the stopping point. We're going to probably have to put a set of plugs in it.
Yeah, and that's
I'm not
that's
crazy
another
about
thing.
plugs
Those
that are-
plugs were one, they were fuel fouled, cylinder 1, I think.
Yeah,
I can't remember how
where was it
Ford
at?
numbers that.
Where was it? You remember where you put it?
It's that one. Yeah.
That is pretty badly fuel fouled, and
Well,
they have a
that's
little bit-
not fuel. That's
oil. Yeah, sorry.
so
let me
you
do that
can-
again. So that's pretty badly oil fouled, and
Yeah.
that is.
You can tell the difference between oil and fuel because that one you rub it on your finger and it pulls soot, and this one doesn't really off the ground strap as bad. But the more sooty it is, that's oil. And the fuel just looks kind of wet.
Yeah.
Delicious.
It's gonna be okay.
Sometime
At
it'll
some
be okay.
point, it's gonna be okay. I don't want to go any deeper though. I mean, I think we do the things that we've talked about. We'll go ahead and put a set of head gaskets on it, but I'm not going to sit here and start going into a cylinder wall and all that kind of stuff.
No,
The engine ran fine.
It runs fine enough, so compression, all that stuff's good.
He's not like we said. He is not going to be going out and doing a lot of hot rodding in this thing, at least initially. So you might as well just get him a nice built engine and be done with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we can do for right now, I guess.
That's the theory, at least.
There will be more.
Another day, another dollar.
Lady killers. Just another day, another dollar. It's a mess.
Yeah.
Not a bad
Yeah.
mess. I think it's still a runnable engine. We've run
yeah.
it before. We put a timing chain in it. We'll go in and redo everything else. We'll repaint the block, repaint the heads, put a different set of valve covers on it. The intake that he sent us will go on here. We were going to do the intake, and I'm like, when you see something like that, you can't just ignore it. I know some folks out there would. They would just throw the intake manifold on and let him deal with it later, but I'm not that kind of guy. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. And so it's gonna be a little bit of a job to fix that and make it look the way it needs to and run the way it needs to. But once we get done with it, it'll be a lot better.
When it's your car, it's one thing. When it's someone else's.
Yeah, I mean, this is somebody else's car, and the dude that owns it is not, he's into cars, he's not into engines and how to build them and put them together. So I don't want to send this back to him under those auspices. He's saying, yep, go ahead and drive it and do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
I am going to tell him to get AAA.
It's always a worthwhile investment in these things.
Speaking of a worthwhile investment, Patreon. If we do anything at all for you on a monthly basis, where we're out here doing things and you go, wow, that's just saved me some money on my classic car, you might consider putting some money toward us each month. If you come into the $10 a month level, you get monthly meetings with me, and that money goes to pay the crew around here. Darren's going to be coming on as a part-time to part-time with Andrew, who's going to go to work at Bridgestone because I can't pay him enough.
Part-time to co-share. Who
Like a timeshare.
gets
You know
custody
these
on
crazy
the
rolling shifts too.
Who gets custody on the weekdays?
So anyway, that's what's going on. That's what the money goes to. I usually don't see a dime of it. Although I don't know, I might start taking a cut now because I'm not sure what's going on with the him paying him and him doing what and all that. I don't know. So do me a favor, folks. Be kind to each other, love on each other, treat each other nice. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next time on Autorestomod. You suck.
I should probably leave before I start looking,
You
finding more
keep
things.
finding things. I mean, I saw it and I'm like, do I want to deal with this? Because we honestly looked at it off camera beforehand, and it's like,
Yeah.
I got to do it. I cannot make myself just walk away from something.
I wouldn't feel right letting it leave like that.
Nah, not that guy. Not that guy. So
Sometimes I wish I was.
I don't know. It makes good video though. I mean, look at what we got.
Yeah,
going on.
yeah,
We
there you
do
go.
Video out of it every week. We're gonna do a valve seal video, and then we're gonna do a timing chain video, and
Pulling the head.
video, fixing the manifold. Probably not gonna fix the manifold. Well, we're replacing the manifold, so we'll talk about
There
that
you go.
when we do the exhaust system,
Videos on video on video.
and talk about detailing the engine. It'll be nice. It'll be a little good when we get done. You're gonna like it.
It's a good pep talk.
I don't feel any better though. I still kind of feel a little sick actually.